What's rockin' Hot Pockets? My name is Corbin Jean. Oh, hi! Today, I'm gonna tell you about what I did last Tuesday. Well, as some of you may know if you live in the Atlanta area, last Tuesday was the audition day for American Idol. Wow! Wow! Oh my gosh, you auditioned for American Idol? Yes, I did. And let me preface this with, I didn't get in. Tragic, I know. But I still had a pretty cool time, and I'm here to tell you about it in case you ever want to audition, or if you just want to, live through my life. There's a word for that, but I can't remember it right now. But let me set the stage. It was this past Tuesday. I was waking up early, even though I didn't have to go to school, because I needed to ride like 3 hours on the MARTA. Well, 3 hours might be exaggerating it a tiny bit, but combined with the drive there, it's not by much. Also, fun fact, this was my second day of missing school in a row that week, because the eclipse happened on Monday. Luckily, we didn't really end up doing anything on Tuesday, so I didn't miss much. But myself and my wonderful mom, who was so kind to bring me so far away to the auditions, we got up and we left the house and drove all the way to the MARTA station and rode all the way to Piedmont Park, where auditions were, which is in Atlanta. So we were in Atlanta in a very cute area called Midtown, which you may or may not have heard of, but it is super pretty there and I would totally love to live there. And we went to Piedmont Park, and then we saw this line. Can we make a video on this? Because, just look at how many people there are. This isn't even, we're not even walking by half the line right now. That's crazy. You can just hear the incessant tunes of the ice cream truck in the back. Yeah, this is more than 30 seconds of footage for just half the line. Yeah, I'm just gonna end the footage now because there's way too many people. That's some footage that I took while I was walking around, and that probably was a sixth of the line. People were saying they had been waiting there since 2 in the morning, and it was 12 when we got there. So yeah, I know you're probably wondering at this point, why did you get there at 12? Look at that line, that's insane. Well, I have a secret to tell you. I had a fast pass. They basically had these passes that they were giving out for certain things, like if you had entered into a different singing competition, which I had. Do you remember my best cover ever video that I did a while back, singing Confident by Demi Lovato? Well, apparently they didn't like that enough to actually let me into the show, but they did like that enough to give me a front of the line pass for American Idol. So small wins, I guess? But because of that, I was able to skip the humongous monstrosity of a line and actually just go to the front, where I was taken by this dude, and it was all outside, by the way. I felt like my face was melting off. But this dude took me to these little tents or it was me and 3 other people, and we were kind of lined up auditioning in groups of 4. One person at a time steps forward in auditions, and then they say no to all of us. Or not, depending on if one of us is actually good enough. But we went, I auditioned, and I sang Royals by Lorde, and it was super... Well, my performance wasn't super cool, but the atmosphere was cool, If I were just to say it was super cool out of my after talking about myself singing, that would be a little conceited. Also, the girl who I was standing next to and auditioning with, she was super nice. Her name was Christine, and apparently she also has a YouTube channel called Christine D. So go check her out. She was an amazing singer, and she deserves that fame. She's done it. She was talking to me. She's done it, auditioned for shows so many times, and she was a pro. And she really helped me to calm down, because I wasn't freaking out in the weeks leading up to it, but you get there and 30 seconds before it's time to go, you just oh my gosh, your heart starts beating, and you're I should have prepared more. Also, I'm sorry that my bangs keep changing, like, shot to shot, but I really need to trim them, because they're just way too long. Like, look at this. It's just covering up my eye completely. I might just do that. That works, I guess. But yeah, so all four of us in my group auditioned, and then the guy who, by the way, it was, a lot of people think for some reason that you go straight to auditioning with the judges, you know, like the famous ones. That is so not the case. There were a bunch of, like, I don't know if they were interns or, like, people hired specifically for this or what, but there were a bunch of people set up at tables who just all, you know, were auditioning these massive amounts of people. You know, it was just like, okay, get them through, you know? But anyway, we all stepped up to the table, and he started giving us this speech, which I had heard him give it to the group before us, so it was obvious that it was like what they were trained to say, you know, how to let everyone's hopes down. But it was basically like this. Okay, you guys, you are all great singers, but unfortunately, our show is looking for very specific things, and we have extremely high standards. So the fact that I'm unfortunately not going to be taking any of you, it's not a reflection on you, it's a reflection on the show, but you're all amazing singers. And then he said something so totally unexpected that my jaw just fell onto the floor and it rolled away. But yeah, I'm still kinda not over it. After that, he said, "You're all great singers. Especially you, Corbin. You have such an amazing, sweet voice, and you just need a few more years of training and practice, and you're what we in the industry call undercooked. But, like, keep practicing for a few years and come back and you could totally make it." And I was just like, me? Are you talking to me? Because, yeah, I love to sing, but, like, I didn't even think I was that good at it. I thought it was just kind of a stroke of luck that I had gotten the white wristband that let me be at the front of the line. But here he was, out of this group of four amazingly talented singers, the three others that three amazingly talented singers and myself, and I was the one that he chose to compliment specifically? That's crazy town. But I was just like, oh my gosh, thank you so much. Because, I mean, what do you even say to that? Like, it's this guy working for American Idol, and he's like, you. Because I can't even describe, like, how good these other singers were. You could hear someone just belting it out from across the field, like, oh, 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 except actually good. And I'm just like, but yeah. So that happened. So yeah, after that, we just kinda left. We talked with people from B98.5, like Tad and them. I don't know if you listen to that radio station, but they had like a tent set up. Oh yeah, there were a ton of news cameras and like there was a helicopter circling, taking footage of the line, because it was so huge, and like, apparently this is a big deal. It was so many more people than I thought it would be, honestly. It was crazy. Also, fun fact, before we auditioned, I had to sign like 17 pages of paperwork, and one of the things, like one of the little clauses in the things that nobody reads, you know, it was like, we are allowed to use embarrassing footage of you and embarrass and humiliate you throughout the universe. They literally said that. The universe. Like, what are you gonna do? Show pictures of me singing badly to the aliens in Sector 7 of Nova? I don't know. But that's a little, like, weird, don't you think? Like, why do you want that much power, American Idol Corporation? But yeah, overall it was a pretty fun experience. I got to miss a day of school, so, you know, can't be too bad. It's already, like, a big plus right there. But if you have a front of the line pass, then I would recommend auditioning. Otherwise, I don't know if I'd bother. Just, like, that line, man. Unless you have 99% confidence that you will get in, I don't know if I'd even, like, that was a 6-hour line at least. That's crazy. Like, people really, really want to be famous, I guess. And I mean, I kind of relate, because I was there too, but more than 6 hours in a line, to sing for 90 seconds was what they said we got, but it definitely was not 90 seconds. So, yeah. So, that was my experience with American Idol. What do you guys think? Have you ever auditioned for a reality TV show? And if you were to audition for American Idol, what song would you sing? Leave your answers in the comments below. I always respond to comments, unless you're like a creepy troll, but hopefully you're not. And I will see you guys next week, same time, same place. Bye!